What is up, everybody? Cjeths back. It's been a long time since I made a video. I promise you eventually the Blackhawks franchise mode will come. I promise. But right now my old Elgato and my OBS software does not want to focus together. And for some reason when I record, it's not filling up the screen. Sometimes the Elgato just turns itself off. And it's just a whole lot of stuff I just don't mentally have the space to deal with right now. So that'll come eventually. But I figured let's make a Rangers video because they just signed Strome and Lemieux. There's a couple things I want to talk about. So this episode, this video, I'll be wearing my Hartford Wolf Pack Ryan Graves jersey. Thank you very much. Because we're going to be talking about the Hartford Wolf Pack as well as the Rangers. So, first and foremost. Alright, so everyone's signed, right? So let's take a look at the Rangers roster. So, okay. So, salary cap, 81,550 million, whatever the hell it is. Okay. 81,500,000 is the salary cap for this season in the NHL. It did not grow, which sucks. But the Rangers, this is accounting for the bonuses. This is already accounting for the bonus cushion penalty. So this is accounting for that. The Rangers have $4.8 million in cap space, which means they only have $1 million they could realistically spend, and even $1 million could potentially be too much. If the Rangers were going to bring in any more players, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say they're not going to bring in any more new players. Rooney and Blackwell will probably be your bench guys because they probably don't have a spot in Hartford, and two, I don't know. I don't see the Rangers going out and signing or doing anything else that's going to affect the NHL roster next season. This looks very well like it's going to be the team. First thing I want to talk about is the lines I made. So, first of all, first line, I like Panarin and Strome staying together. I think Kakko should get a shot on that top line. I think that'd be pretty fun to see. KZB, it is what it is. You could always change it up. Third line, the kid line, Lafreniere, Hedl, and Gauthier. I feel like that line could be fun as fuck to watch. Lafreniere just snapping it around, making all the plays. Hedl driving the net. Gauthier just stick handle like a mother effer. Yeah, this could be a fun line. And these are all big kids. 6'4", 6'2". What is Lafreniere? 6'1"? I think he's 6'1". Is that a 6 foot or 6'1"? 6'2", 200 pounds. Philip Hedl. 6'2", 206 pounds. Julian Gauthier is 6'4". I don't think he's labeled correctly on this. Yeah, 6'4", 227 pounds. So you have three players all over 6'2", all over 200 pounds, all very quick skaters, just buzzing, and they're kids, so you know they are not going to stop skating. I feel like that line would be fun as hell to watch. Like, I don't know. That might be the line I look forward to seeing more than any other line. I love Kakko to death. I love Panarin to death. I love all these guys to death. But tell me this would not be the most fun effing line to watch on the Rangers. I'm just saying. Fourth line, Cjethsyt, Howden, Lemieux. Pretty sure that was the fourth line last year for most parts. I know at one point Cjethsyt was on the third line with Hedl and Lemieux maybe. I don't remember. But that'll probably be the fourth line. It is not a very good fourth line. Cjethsyt and Howden are severely bringing down that fourth line. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Blackwell on that fourth line at some point. Who's the other idiot? Maybe Kevin Rooney. If you look at both of them, I think Rooney has a better shot than Blackwell. Yeah, Rooney played over half a season last year. Blackwell will probably be the dark horse to play. Yeah, he's going to kind of be like the Latier. Well, I don't know. 10 points in 27 games is not that bad. You know what? Honestly, Blackwell might be the guy you see in the minors. They might call up Boteto. But then again, Boteto's kind of a stud too in the minors. Not really. I think Boteto might be the guy you see in the NHL next year, man. I take back what I said earlier. I take back what I originally had here. I think Blackwell plays in the minors and Boteto or Grec. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I typed in Anthony Boteto. I'm a moron. Anthony Greco. All these Italians are messing me up, man. Anthony Greco from Queens, New York. Actually, no, I take that back. No, Blackwell will probably be in the NHL. Well, Blackwell had a pretty good season. I'd be surprised if Blackwell wasn't getting games. 10 points in 27 games is not that bad. That'll be interesting. I guess Blackwell and Cjethsyt are kind of going to fight for that last spot. The problem is, like, is the Rangers have, like, Blackwell, Rooney, and Cjethsyt, these are not expendable guys, per se. These are guys that should either be playing in the NHL every day or playing in the AHL every day. These are not like the Michael Haleys that you bring in and out of a lineup kind of players, you know? So I don't know how I feel about that. These two are probably going to be flipping in and out with Rooney and Blackwell pretty often, if I'm going to guess. I don't know what the Rangers are going to do with Brett Howden, man. I got a funny feeling he's going to get traded. I don't think the Rangers are going to be keeping him around for much longer. This fourth line just looks like shit. This fourth line, Brendan Lemieux is perfect. Howden and Cjethsyt are not fourth liners. Cjethsyt is more of a scoring type player. He tries to score and chip in depth goals. You don't need that on your fourth line. I mean, yeah, you need depth scoring. I should take that back. You need depth scoring, but for a fourth line, you want a strong defensive. They could chip in every now and again and hit fourth line, you know, especially with Brendan Lemieux leading the way on that line. I don't know. I just don't see that fourth line clicking. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it working out. And that obviously got Cjethsyt and Georgiev. I took this idea from 610 Barstool, Adam Fox on moving to the left instead of Tony DeAngelo and putting him with Trouba. I'm a very big fan of Jacob Trouba. I still don't really think his first season was even that bad. I just thought the Rangers sucked. Trouba was fucking awesome in the playoffs. He was good all year round. The only problem is with Jacob Trouba is his agility and his skating definitely seems to hurt him every now and again. I hope he works on it this offseason. He's still young. He's still a kid. He can get faster. His body's not done developing. And I hope he becomes a better skater because he definitely needs to be in today's day and age. But I think if you give him a good partner, and I think if that partner is Adam Fox, that's a pretty scary top pair. No. The one drawback of that is splitting up Fox and Lindgren. They have phenomenal chemistry together, and they just work. Offensive Fox, defensive Lindgren, mean Lindgren, not so mean Fox, even though he does hit every now and again. So I substitute in DeAngelo and for Fox's old spot, DeAngelo Lindgren. Essentially the same thing. Offensive DeAngelo, defensive Lindgren. And that third pair looks scary, and I don't mean scary for the Rangers. I'm sorry. I don't mean scary for other teams. I mean scary for the Rangers. I'm not going to judge Jack Johnson until I see him play a game, but Brendan Smith, god damn it. You guys remember when I said about 4 years ago now we shouldn't re-sign this guy and everyone told me I was wrong? I'm never going to let that go. It just, there was no reason to re-sign him at that cap hit. 2 years if the Rangers wanted to sign him at that cap hit, fine. 4 years at that, come on. Yeah. But this is what I think the Rangers roster is going to look like next year. They're not making any more moves, man. Stahl's gone. That was their move. I think losing Stahl was their move. I don't really think they don't have the space nor the expendable assets. I mean, they have expendable assets, but they don't want to get rid of the expendable assets to pick up any other guys right now. So I think this is the roster we're going to see going into next year. Now, I think if the Rangers are in a playoff spot, at the deadline, they might bring in a defenseman. But then again, like look, the way I'm looking at the Rangers now is their top 9 and their top 4. You could, like, if this was our top 9 and our top 4 for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, it's a pretty good top 9 and top 4. Like you can get away and get to the playoffs with these lines. Now, if I could do whatever the hell I want, upgrade whatever the hell I want, I'd upgrade over Strome. And honestly, that's it. I wish Kreider's cap hits was less, but if it wasn't a cap hit world and you can get whoever the hell you want whenever you wanted them, I would just get a better center for Zibanejad to play in front of. That's really about it. I like our top 4 a lot. I really do. Great offensive defenseman. Trouba can shut down and snap it around. Same thing with Lindgren. He gets the puck out of the zone. He's just a good defensive defenseman. Like, you could argue, like, we're set for the future. Now, granted, we still have players coming up. We still have Keandre Miller, Nils Lundqvist, Morgan Barron, Vitaly Kravtsov. I don't think Kravtsov comes over until after the trade deadline / after the KHL season. I do believe Kravtsov will stay in Russia until the conclusion of that season. He will not be coming over early. I literally do not see it. I mean, if you bring him in, who's he going to replace? You're going to send down Gauthier? Well, Gautier's already here. Let him play. Let Kravtsov keep ripping up the KHL right now. It's okay. We'll be all right. I want to see Krastov, but he's not going to be there yet. Krastov will be here next year for sure because I bet you the Rangers trade Buchnevich. I don't want them to, but I bet you they do. Because we can't put him on the left side anymore because no one's taking Kreider at that cap hit unless he has an explosive season. In which case, if he has an explosive season, the Rangers aren't going to move him. So, realistically, the next Ranger out is probably Pavel Buchnevich. He's the most expendable right now. I don't think they're going to move Strome. If they do move him, it'll be at the deadline. If we suck, which I don't really think the Rangers are going to necessarily suck. We might squeak into a playoff spot or just barely miss the playoffs next year. But I don't think we're going to suck. I don't know. I think the Rangers right now, if they're losing, if they know for a fact they're not making the playoffs at the trade deadline, it's Strome, Buchnevich, and Howden that can be the ones that are being moved. Maybe a team will take a flyer on Johnson or take a flyer on Brendan Smith, depending on how they're doing, but those are my guys that are going to get moved. Howden, Strome, and Buchnevich. I don't really see anybody else getting moved, to be honest with you, unless they can find a taker for Kreider, and if the taker will pay a good price for him. But then again, I don't even think they would. I don't think the Rangers are going to look to trade Kreider until 2 years from now when it's time to re-sign Mika Zibanejad. I think that's when they're going to look to trade Chris Kreider in that $6.5 million cap hit. But before I get any more to, I think I'll just end it right here for the New York Rangers side of things, the NHL roster. I have a good feeling that this is going to be the roster and what we look at. I think Boteto will probably sub in for Brendan Smith pretty often, depending on how Smith does, but I don't really see much changing from now till puck drop. Whatever the first game of the season might be, hopefully sooner rather than later. Hopefully January 1st, but it doesn't really look like that, does it? It really sucks. It really sucks. I really want NHL hockey to return. I want to see this freaking team play. And with all the shit going on in the world, like this election and all that other crap, I'm just so over it. As many of you guys know, I'm not a very political person, so just to see how people react over an election that's honestly really not going to affect very many of us. I know the media wants you to believe that everyone's going to be affected if Trump wins or if Biden wins, but to be honest with you guys, not much is going to change. The United States government is very slow at best. They were going to make a big change like take away one thing or take away another thing. It would take more than 4 years most likely. Everyone needs to relax. Can we all just move the fuck on, please? Sorry, I got to go on these tangents because politics drive me crazy. Politics are good for one thing and one thing only, that is causing divide and starting arguments. I just pray that you all are okay and everyone's calm because everything will be just fine no matter who wins. Who gives a shit? Everybody relax. And if I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong about that. But I think we're all going to be okay. Now, let's talk about hockey. That's all I got to say about the Rangers. This looks like it. This looks like it'll be the roster, man, to be completely honest with you. All right, let's talk about the Hartford Wolf Pack. All right, so the Hartford Wolf Pack. So, right now, if we're going to see any movement in the Rangers organization, I bet money it's going to be the minor leagues. Right now, Austin Rushoff is on the fourth line. Well, I don't know if that's going to be the case. I had to put Austin. I'm not even going to try to spell his name right now. Yeah, I don't think Rushoff's going to be on the fourth line. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like this instead. Yeah, the left side in Hartford is awful. Gettinger, phenomenal. Good. Phenomenal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have like 6 or 7. I would say we have 7 top-notch AHL players. Like top-notch, like in terms of where they're going to fit in the organization. Top-notch AHLers. This is going to be a very exciting, young, and probably really good Hartford Wolfpack team to watch. I think the Hartford Wolfpack are going to have a good season next year if they can fill out this left side. I think Tyroning, what the Wolfpack are going to do, they're probably going to get a second-line left winger and a fourth-line winger. And this is a bit of an issue. It's going to be the right side. Do they move Ray Owen into the right side? Crawley probably ends up being the scratch. Same thing with Tyler Wall. He probably goes to the Coast League. These two are not going to play in the AHL next year. And if they do, they'll probably just leave. I think if the Rangers are going to make any moves, it's going to be signing AHLers. One to play the right side D. Probably a veteran because they don't have a veteran defenseman for the AHL right now. And probably maybe a couple random rookies if they want to sign some college kids. Or a couple CHL kids. Or maybe they find a way to sign a veteran and not break the veteran rule in the AHL. I don't remember what the veteran rule in the AHL is. Skater to have played in 260 games in AHL, NHL, European will be classified as a veteran. So, must also have turned 25. Okay, so I don't really think the Rangers are in that. And the Wolfpack are in that big a danger of breaking the veteran rule. I don't know how many. I should have asked what's his name before doing this. I don't know how many of these how many you can dress. Let's see. I don't know how many players you can dress. How many veterans per lineup? Only 6 veterans. Okay. So only 6. So who is going to hit that? Honestly, don't think any of these guys. Brzezinski is 1. Brzezinski, Greco, Darren Radish maybe? Let's see if Radish qualifies. What was it? 260. So we'll bring up the old calculator. 66 plus 54 plus 22 plus 62. 204, so he doesn't qualify. What about Rayunin? Rayunin might qualify. Rayunin might be a problem. No, he won't be because he played in the Liga. Does the Liga count? I don't know if the league. I guess the Liga does count as a professional league. And elite European leagues. Top leagues in Czech. So let me look this up. Is the SM Liga a professional league? Because this is gonna. It is okay. So it's elite. So Rayunin probably is gonna count as, well, maybe not. 51 plus 58 plus 8 plus 25 plus 2. If they count Mestis, plus 42 plus 2 plus 7, even then he wouldn't qualify as a veteran. So right now we only have Greco, Brzezinski. That's it. That is it. So realistically, the Wolfpack can bring in a handful of veterans. They can bring in a handful. I don't think Gabriel Fontaine is there quite yet, but Gabriel Fontaine, I know, is getting close. He's been in the minors. No, he's honestly not even that close. Especially if the rule's 260. So you know what? They could make a couple moves. So let's pretend we're the Rangers right here, right? So we'll go sign UFA, all teams, all positions. We'll sort by. Oops. What the fuck? Why is it sorted by? It's not telling me. Well, that's just frustrating. Okay, so Rangers sign Brett Bellemore again. If they're going to do anything, they'll probably want a gritty guy, so like a Matt Bolesky type player. Although I don't really even think Matt Bolesky played that many games last year, did he? I don't think they'd bring him back. Well, they might. A familiar face. He definitely counts towards veteran rule. Yeah, they might bring in a Bolesky. Bolesky would be reasonable. Well, let's look for left wing specifically. So I think Bolesky would be one they looked at. I don't think they'd bring in a top-notch guy. I think they're going to kind of rely heavily on the other guys. And by top-notch, I mean like a Gabriel Bork. If I remember correctly, Gabriel Bork is pretty fucking gross in the AHL. Let's double check that. Let's do that. Let's make this part of the video here. I don't think he would sign with the Rangers, to be completely honest with you. He's not even that great in the AHL. I guess I probably wouldn't sign Gabriel Bork. Why am I getting a spam risk call? Leave me alone. Remy Illy maybe. Brennan Gaunce. Kind of Curdeal. Maybe like a Curdeals, maybe. Matt Pumple. I think for all intents and purposes, let's pretend Valentin Zykov will probably only sign an AHL. What about Tim Schaller? Because that could be a guy the Rangers could call up if need be. A lot of Tim Schallers, Jesus Christ. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not, actually. Tim Schaller might stop playing hockey. So let's just, for all intents and purposes, say it's Matt Bolesky. Right? Just whatever. Matt Bolesky, they bring him in. He's probably on the fourth line. So there's your fourth liner. So now you need a second liner. So if you're looking at a second line left winger for the Miners, I don't know if they sign a young guy. I think here's where they might want to sign someone a little bit older. But someone that's committed and they know, like, listen, I'm an AHLer. I get it. I get it. Like an older guy. Michael Lambus. Who the fuck is that? Oh, he's more of a fighter, it looks like, by these. So maybe the Rangers signed that guy instead of Bolesky. I don't know. Matt Laredo. Oh, maybe Laredo. Was he not a Ranger at one point? Or a Wolf Pack player at one point? Why does that name sound so familiar? Oh, because he's an Islander. That's why. Yeah, this guy's probably not who they signed. Definitely not Lowry. Well, that's Joe Lowry. I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of Adam Lowry. Maybe Matt Pumple. Honestly, maybe Matt Pumple. Maybe they bring back Pumple. Yeah, let's argue Matt Pumple. Let's say he's the guy they bring in. So you bring in Pumple. He's your second line guy. And then you need a right defenseman. And then you're sorted. Once you get the right defenseman, and this is definitely going to be a veteran. So where are we at? We're at 4 veterans now, right? Because 1, 2... Yeah, we're at 4 veterans. So you could technically sign 2 more, but I think the Rangers only sign 1 more, and it's definitely going to be a right shot defenseman. So now we go here, we go to defenseman. All right, we got to look for right-handed D-men. Maybe Brett Belmore. Because honestly, if you're thinking about what the Rangers need right now, it's probably a tougher defenseman to protect the young guys. And I think the AHL still requires tough guys. So Brett Belmore, they might bring him back. Unless he didn't play a single game in any league last season. What? So never mind then. I guarantee you it's not him. Because the Rangers PTO'd him and then released him. I don't remember what year that was. I don't remember how long that was. Maybe not Belmore then. I guess Belmore's done. Wait, TJ Brennan's a free agent? He's like the fucking AHL's Erik Karlsson. Yeah, Brennan's a stud, bro. 60, 45, 43. Ooh, he slowed down big time. What's up with that? Must have gotten injured. So probably not TJ Brennan. Looks like he slowed down. Freddie Clayson. Collins, Jake Dotcheny. I don't think anyone's signing him. He kind of dug his own grave. Christian Folin? Maybe Christian Folin? He definitely would count as a veteran. But does he want to play in the AHL? I highly doubt it. But I think at this point he might just take the fucking deal. Cody Golubev. I don't think Golubev would play in the AHL. What? Actually, I don't know. He might just take whatever ice he can get. I would make an argument for Cody Golubev. So where is his ass? Where did he go? So I would say probably Golubev is the guy they signed. Because none of these guys would play the minors. Yeah, no shot. No shot. I'm surprised these two haven't retired yet. Dalton Prout. No, maybe Dalton Prout. Um, Actually, yeah, maybe Dalton Prout because he's a little bit tougher, and the Rangers are probably gonna want a tougher guy. Oh, you know who I'm fucking forgetting? Um, God, who's that tough kid they have? What's his name? God, goodness gracious, I'm forgetting his name. No, these guys are all gone. Do we still have Vincent Laverty? Mason Garrettson, yeah. So never mind. They already have Garrettson. They're probably not gonna sign anybody else. This will probably be it. Yeah, never mind. They're probably not gonna do anything else. This is probably. I'm gonna bet this is probably it. They ain't gonna do much else. All right, so we'll just account for what's his name, Garrettson, and maybe Vincent Laverty if he's still around. So yeah, this is never mind. So ignore everything I just said. So the Wolfpack already said. Just insert Mason Garrettson or Vincent Laverty in one of these spots. So yeah, that's your Hartford Wolf Pack. I think the Wolf Pack will be a pretty good team next season. I totally forgot about Mason Garrettson. Forgot when players are signed to AHL deals, they don't pop up on this roster. So that's what messed me up. But yeah, this looks like it'll be the Rangers Hartford Wolf Pack roster next year. They honestly probably won't even sign two guys, and I'm sure they'll find somebody. I would like it if they brought back a Pumple for more scoring than top six, just to kind of be 100% that you're going to be competitive. It doesn't hurt to have veterans, especially if the Rangers have room. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a good AHL team these days? I mean, it's a lot of good young scoring right here. Good young scoring. And Brodzinski and Greco are your AHL vets, and if you bring in a Pumple and a Bleski, those are more vets. So yeah, I don't know. I dig it, man. I really dig it. I think the Wolfpack will be pretty good next year. But we'll see. Only time will tell. But that's honestly all I have time for today. I'm going to go ahead and call it. I got to do more homework. I was honestly making this video to put off some chemistry homework that I really don't want to be doing right now, but that's just me. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching the video. When you're watching, start making it. And if you're interested in any hearing aids, and comment down below your thoughts on just all things, everything. I want to hear from you guys. Be safe, be smart, be strong during these times. Don't get wrapped up in any BS. It's not worth it. Your life has more value than you think it does. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace and love. Adios.